Fun to see smiles on their faces in Baltimore. No smile on the face of Steph Curry as towel wiped off the sweat. Came out with about 4 minutes to go, down more than 20. This is the end of this road. Championship season a year ago. This one ends in Los Angeles in 6 games. Here's Curry as they are sent home by the Lakers.
This is definitely the first time you've gone out this early. Just what the emotion was in that locker room, moments after this, just seeing the end of the season.
I mean, you're disappointed and kind of shell-shocked that it's over. You pour so much into every season, but coming off of last year, trying to defend and give ourselves a chance to keep advancing. It's a tough way for the season to end. Like you said, it's unfamiliar territory, but proud of the fight that we had, and the Lakers played amazing all series, played to their strengths, and obviously that led to them getting out of the series and moving on. So got to give them credit. They played great basketball, and for us, just an opportunity to kind of take stock of where we're at, keep the confidence that we can, come back and be back at this stage next year. So we're kind of in between disappointment, but still, maintaining some pride about how we played this year.
Steph, Steve said that he thought you guys were maxed out, and Draymond said he thought that you were maxed out. Did you feel that way? And if so, when did you maybe feel that? Did you feel that during this, did you have a feeling that this wasn't a championship team during the season?
I mean, we lost, so it's like a hard truth at the end of the journey. It's not anything you allow yourself to. No competitor believes that until you're proven that you're not a championship team. And that's what, getting beaten in a playoff series means. Basketball is over for this year, so felt it in the fourth quarter with about 7 minutes left. Just really never heard that from us before in terms of trying to make sense of losing a series like we did, unless it's been in a final. So got to accept it, move on, and try to be better next year.
Yeah, I know it's.
I called it. Lakers in 6. Damn it, defense win championships. I don't want to hear about that offensive stuff. They were on their ass like a fresh set of diapers tonight. Did you see AD on that glass? He was cleaning the glass like a fresh bottle of Windex. And Austin Reeves, boy, you something else. Never in my right mind did I think you was going to outplay Klay Thompson. He going to have nightmares about you and Jermichael Green. I appreciate you, brother, but you ain't learned from the last series with Dylan Brooks. Man, leave that man alone, man. Leave him alone. He the king. 39-9 with the dub. D-Ham, I see you, boy. Out there making adjustments, man. Adjusting your starting lineup and your rotations. I called the Lakers in 6. Y'all tried to talk about me. I tried to argue with me. I told y'all, man, defense win championships. LeBron James, Anthony Davis is the best duo in the playoffs right now. Know what I'm saying? On to the next. Carry on.
Still fresh. But
Mark Spears joins us now from Los Angeles. And Mark, we just heard from Stephen Curry. A little earlier we heard from Draymond, and as we mentioned at the time, he's got the player option, and that's going to be a big topic of conversation. I know you had a chance to visit with him. It's, the season just ended, but we need to know about what's coming up next. What do you have to say about that?
Well, first of all, Draymond said, hey, he wants to ride out with the Warriors the same way he rode in with the Warriors, and he wants to be a Warrior for life. And he's connected with Steph. He's connected with Klay. But it's a business. And he said he had the greatest agent in the world in Rich Paul, and that they're going to sit down, deliberate. He said he's not going to be in a rush in deciding his player option But he also, I asked him about Bob Myers, the Warriors general manager, and he mentioned that he was really worried about Bob and his future, that they are too connected as well, and that he's very curious to see what Bob decides, but he said he wants Bob to do what's best for him. And I ultimately think that Draymond Green's going to do what's best for him as well. There could be some teams that do have money to go after him and perhaps entice him to opt out, but what will those teams be? I mean, he's been with this Warriors franchise. It's been sitting at the top of the NBA and challenging for championships for years. So there'll be a lot to deliberate. I'm sure Rich will help him figure it out. But right now, Draymond Green said he's going to take his time in deciding his future with the Warriors.
Mark, Tim Legler and I were talking about who Draymond is and how he's the same player wherever he plays, but not really, because he can impact this team much differently than he could impact somebody else. And I think maybe that leads into this question about who the Warriors are moving forward, and the sense of, is this the end of the runway for this group? Organizationally, do they feel like there is still more in them?
Well, Steve Kerr and Draymond Green both said that this team maxed out. But Steve Kerr also feels like they still have 3 championship superstars in Steph, Clay, and Draymond that still have a lot of basketball with them, championship potential basketball that they could still build around them. So according to Steve Kerr, he thinks they should, leave that core group alone. Obviously, they got some young guys. They got some a general manager issue. They have some financial issues that they got to deal with. But if it's up to Kerr, he would like to at least keep those 3 guys here and figure out what's going on around them. Obviously, he loves Looney as well, and he gave a big shout out to Andrew Wiggins, who probably endeared himself more to Warriors fans by playing with a very, very painful injury. And he said that Wiggins struggled throughout the game trying to endure it, but wanted to do it for his team. So I would expect those 5 guys, if the Warriors had, their choice, to still be around. And but it'll be interesting to see what happens to everybody else.
Business is business, man. Everybody's got decisions they have to sort out for themselves, right? And I mean, we get to enjoy some more basketball, but before it becomes, off-season business. Mark, appreciate it. Look forward to visiting with you more throughout these playoffs, okay?
Yes, sir. Good to hear your voice, buddy.
Likewise, and great to see your face, my man. All right, we heard a reference to what Steve Kerr had to say about this team not being a championship team. Here is the answer to the question.
We were barely in the playoff picture for most of the year. So to make that push, to get there, to win an epic first-round series, and then, to give the Lakers, a fight in this series and have our chances, that puts us in the top, among the top, 8 teams in the league. That's probably where we should be. This is not a championship team. If we were, we'd be moving on. So you can look at the year in total and see all the ups and downs, and there was all kinds of stuff that went on and adversity that hit, but our group stayed together and competed till the end and made a pretty good run.
It's an honest assessment of what they were and what they weren't. And all year long, we kept saying at some point when this Warriors team cannot win on the road, like, you have to believe who they're telling you they are, right? That said, the Lakers were 2-10 to start the year. They were 34-37 and in the play-in in March. And now they're playing to go to the finals.